Hi, I'm Dr. Jessica Reinig, a fertility doctor, and I'm going to talk to you about the hormones of the menstrual cycle. So this is the typical way the menstrual cycle is laid out, and you can see here is day 0, the beginning of the cycle, and day 28, the average end of the cycle. And the three big organs we're going to be talking about are the ovaries, the uterus, and the brain. And the brain makes two of the major hormones, FSH and LH, and the ovaries make the other couple of hormones we're going to talk about, estrogen and progesterone. And the last thing that we need to do is to put in the period or menses that occurs at the beginning of the cycle. And the first hormone that we're going to talk about is FSH, or follicle stimulating hormone. And this hormone is more active in the first half of the cycle. It reaches a peak and you see it decreases there in the luteal phase. As the name implies, follicle stimulating hormone acts on the ovary to cause follicular development. And this happens in the follicular phase of the cycle. And when I say follicular development, I want you to think egg. And that's important because as the follicle or egg is growing, it begins to release the second hormone, which is estrogen. So estrogen rises in the follicular phase, a lag behind the FSH, peaks, and then drops off in the luteal phase. Estrogen is going to work on the uterus to lead to repair following menses and then growth of the lining. And it's also going to work on the brain to turn off FSH because we don't need more eggs once the estrogen is already at a certain level. And it's also going to lead to our third hormone, which is luteinizing hormone, or LH. Luteinizing hormone is pretty flat most of the cycle, but you can see there has that mid-cycle surge. And this is a key event because LH works on the ovaries to lead to ovulation. So ovulation is the release of that egg from the follicle, and the follicle sticks around and becomes the corpus luteum, which is king in the second part of the cycle, or the luteal phase. And this is where our fourth hormone, progesterone, comes in. Progesterone is low in the follicular phase, and it is elevated in the second half of the cycle, or luteal phase. Now, progesterone is also going to act on the uterus, or more specifically the lining of the uterus, leading to maintenance and receptivity to a potential embryo. Because it's in this phase that the embryo, if trying to become pregnant, arrives inside the uterus. If not, somebody would get their period when progesterone drops, but if a pregnancy does occur, HCG hormone comes, rescues the corpus luteum and progesterone. That progesterone stays elevated, and maybe we will lead to a baby.
Yes!